Hello and welcome to Burning Waters of the Moon Tarot. My name is Desiree and this is a reading for the energy of Gemini. So today's going to be a voiceover. I don't usually do voiceovers. Actually, this is my first one. But when I recorded this video, I had my mic on mute, unfortunately. So, I do have a second video where I caught it and so I caught it maybe like a minute in. But anyway, that second video is going to be posted on my Buy Me a Coffee. So, so I have two videos and this one's going to be voiced over. The other one is going to be just normal. So here I am discussing the deck. So I do have 3 decks out and we're going to pull from the Serpent Fire deck, which is the one on the left, and then also Tarot of Mystical Moments, which is the one in the middle. And then in the extended version, I'm going to pull more cards for you from the Phantom deck. And so this reading is a little bit different, and actually my whole series is going to be a little bit different in that we're going to work with the solely lunar cycle. I'm going to link that video in the description box so you can learn a little bit more. If you don't want to go on with the extended version, the video will tell you how to use your solely lunar cycle, and you can also use the information from this reading as well. So another disclaimer, I follow constellational astrology. So this new moon is actually happening in the constellation of Aries. If you will take a telescope or even an app and dial it to 4/27/2025, you'll see that the sun and the moon are conjunct in the actual constellation of Aries. So this is going to be some fiery energy. This is going to be some initiatory energy that we can work with. And for you, Gemini, your solely lunar cycle is in the 11th house. So, and I think also I'm taking a moment here to kind of talk about how we all have all of the zodiacal energies within our birth chart. It just takes some practice for some of us to pull some of these energies out. And if we don't have any placements in our chart, then it just takes a little extra practice, right? And so I just want you to know that even if you don't have Gemini in your chart, this reading still might resonate with you because you definitely have a house in your chart. So I am getting started with the beginning of the reading. This is the Serpent Fire Tarot. I'm going to pull 3 cards from this deck, and these are going to be the 3 main energies that we're working with. And then I'll use that second deck, Tarot of Mystical Moments. Shout out to one of my YouTube besties, Elizabeth from the More Intuitive Me. She's amazing, and this is her favorite. That is her favorite deck, the Tarot of Mystical Moments. So I do like the Serpent Fire deck. I like the collage art. I like the composition, and it's a great shuffle. So, here, I'm just getting ready. I'm just mixing up the cards to get a good pull for you, Gemini. So, wow, I didn't realize how much I shuffle. I know I'm talking about something here. I just can't recreate it because I don't know what I was saying. All right, here I go. Gemini. So King of Cups for you, and then we've got the 7 of Swords and the 2 of Cups. So our King of Cups is in reverse. We have the 7 of Swords upright and the 2 of Cups upright. And so right away I see this is a reading about a relationship. Now this relationship can be a love relationship, a friendship, but it's 2 energies that are coming together. And here I am saying that there has to be something that is not presenting correctly. Might be some hidden motives going on. There might be some deception because that's what the 7 of Swords represents. It represents something hidden. And then we've got the King of Cups, which is air of water, and he is in reverse. And that is showing that there is not a meeting of the minds, a meeting of the mind and heart. There is an obvious conflict. And I'm feeling that perhaps it's your intuition that's maybe tugging at you, or maybe it's your mind that's tugging at you, and your logic, and you're just not really wanting to really see the red flags that are being presented here. Now, it is also possible that this could be the energy, this could be your energy. Perhaps you're not forward facing for whatever reason. You're not presenting your best true authentic self, and it could be that this relationship is causing you to act in this manner. So, and it could very well be both of you guys, but either way, this relationship has kind of taken on an energy of its own, and it's not presenting truthfully. So here we have the Magician, the King of Wands, Death, the Emperor, and the Devil in reverse. So I should be pulling one more card. Yes, there it goes. And then we also have the Five of Wands in reverse. Okay, so here I am just ecstatic at the major arcana that's being presented here. I mean, you have Magician, you have Death, you have Emperor, you have the Devil. So this is a definite, oh, I was also saying that I thought maybe that was glare that was coming from her wand, but it's the actual art. And I have these amazing lights. Thank you, Elizabeth, for the lights. But I really thought it was the glare from the lights, but it's not. It's her wand that's sparkling, and it's showing its luminosity. So here we have the Ace of Wands, I want to say. I can't see at the bottom. This is the King of Swords, and this is the Page of Swords in reverse. So I think at one point I try to get this all into the frame. But what I'm saying here is there is some major alchemical work that can be done here, and this is a lesson for you, Gemini. This whole situationship that you're in, whatever it is, it's a big lesson for you to learn, but there is a chance for some alchemy, some magic to happen. With this King of Wands and the Magician being so close to one another, the Magician is that alchemist, and this King of Wands is the one that gets things going. He has an action plan. He knows exactly what he wants to do and how, or I should say she, actually. This deck actually, and I mentioned this in the video as well, has, I want to say, all four kings. No, 8 kings. And there's a woman king, and then there's a male king. And of course, you can take them out or you can keep them all, as that is what I did. I kept all of them. So there is the potential of having 8 kings in a reading here. So we do have 2 kings, the King of Swords and the King of Wands. But with our Ace of Wands down there at the bottom, that just makes me excited, because there is so much potential here. There's potential for learning, there's potential for alchemy, there's potential for turning this relationship around. And either there's going to be a chance to make it into something that you really want it to be, or you have the potential to really learn from this. But either way, it's going to be a definite learning experience for you. So then we have the Death card, and we have Emperor. That is transformation. And the fact that you have King of Wands right next to Death is another amazing thing. The Death represents transformation. And so King of Wands, like I said, is that initiator. He's that doer with a plan. So if we can harness that potentiality for this transformation that is waiting to happen, we're going to use the Emperor and the King of Swords to really put that into action, but also the Emperor is a great architect, okay? So he's going to use that great leadership abilities, that great brain power that he has to help the energy of the King of Wands and the transformation energy of death. And then, not only that, you have the support of the King of Swords down there at the bottom, and he is heir of air, so he is on top of everything. So he is going to bring the Emperor's energy, and he's going to enhance that energy into being so much more. So here, I'm over here talking about the devil. Okay, with this Two of Cups and our devil in reverse, this is where I'm talking about that there is something that's underlying, underneath, that's not presenting itself as truthful. And I'm talking about how the devil is one of those things where it is it's nefarious, but it's doing things to help you survive, right? So it could be the fact that there might be some trauma on your side or the side of this second party. And then we've got the Five of Wands right next to the devil, and also the Page of Swords. And I do want to bring to your attention that King of Cups is in reverse, Page of Swords is in reverse, Devil is in reverse, and the Five of Swords is in reverse. Not only that, all of the cards on the second and third row are upright, except for the 3 cards that are connected to the Two of Cups. And so that really leads me to believe, or to think, to lean to the side of this relationship is really not going to make it, but all is not lost. And the reason why I say all is not lost is because there is something to be learned. But I also would like to say that even though something might seem hopeless, if you feel that there is a good chance of turning this around, of making this situation better, perhaps you can help this person, I think you should go for it. Only being because you have all of this great energy behind you. The King of Wands, the Magician, Emperor, King of Swords, Ace of Wands. I mean, you're pretty much in control here. And I believe you can direct this situation the way you want it to go. And sometimes there are people that come into our lives that may seem broken and may seem bad for us, but if that person is showing the ability to want to change, to see that they need to change, you can be that person in their life to help them get on the path and see the way. So I don't want you to knock this relationship right away. I just want you to know that there's going to be some work. It's going to be difficult. And this is part of your path to work on this relationship and learn from it. Whether you keep this person in your life or if you decide that it's best for you to let go. And I do want to mention, I don't know if I mentioned it in this video or the next extended video, but I do want to say here that it's important that you stay true to yourself and you don't waste too much of your energy and become frustrated and start to lose yourself in an effort to save someone. Captain Save-A-Ho comes to mind, and I am usually that person, or I was that person a long time ago. And I recently, very recently, as a matter of fact, have decided that I put too much energy into certain things when I have to, and certain people actually, when I have to really conserve it for myself and for people who are willing and wanting to change. And not everybody is like that. Okay, not everybody is really wants to work on themselves. A lot of people find that it's easier to just be themselves and continue the path that they're on, right? So we can't force people to change. Transformation happens really whether we like it or not, but it depends on our constitution or our resolve as whether or not we want to continue, because it's hard. It's not an easy thing. So I really would like to stress here that that there are some things that I might be fighting here, or things that you might not be able to fully understand, and that's representative of the King of Cups being in reverse in our major energies up here. There's your heart and your mind are not coming together, and the reason why is because of all of this and the underneath the Two of Cups, right? Of course we've got that Seven of Swords, but there is a lot at play here that we may not be in control of. We've got the Page of Swords in reverse, and there are things that are in this physical world that we are going to want to try to discover and try to work on, and really put all of our efforts in, all of our unjaded efforts as the Page of Swords, and really try to understand, but we may not be able to understand. Okay. So especially with our Devil here in reverse, it's, there could be some unresolved trauma, some unrecognized trauma. And the Five of Wands being there also, there's some conflict that's happening beneath the surface. So I just really want you to be aware of that, and just know that you don't want to continuously spin your wheels. You can tell somebody, a few times, and keep nudging them in the right direction. But if they don't see themselves as changing, or if they're not making enough progress, there's going to have to be a point, Gemini, in which you're just going to have to release them. And interestingly enough, the solely lunar cycle that this new moon is working with, traversing through, is your 11th house, your natal 11th house. And that is the house of friendships, social circles. And so I think it's quite interesting that we've got this Two of Cups situation here. And it very well can just be a friendship. Or, like I said, it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It can be a different, another kind of relationship, people in your social circle, or a friend. So I think it's very interesting that this is happening in your 11th house. So we do go a little bit deeper into the situation with your 11th house in the extended. So if you are interested in hearing about that, do check out the extended. I will post the link below in the description box so you can see what's going on with that. And I do pull 3 more cards. No, I pull 6 more cards from our Phantom Tarot deck. And it's actually a beautiful spread, a beautiful reading. And I think I end up pulling maybe 2 oracle cards. I definitely pull one from the Jade Oracle. So just remember that you are in control here. You have all of this great energy backing you. So I hope to see you in the extended. If I don't, take care. Bye now.